This was my boxing record. It's got, that was me, yeah. I had hair then. And if you look at all these W's, I mean, they're all fights I won, and most of them are by a knockout. And there's not much in this. But at one time, I was on the front of the Speedway Gazette. That was me teaching a Speedway rider to box, and it just shows you about newspapers. It's got at the bottom there that if I hadn't been a boxer, I would have been a Speedway rider. I've never been on a motorbike in my life. I just don't know how to ride a motorbike. But they said I would have been a Speedway rider if I hadn't been a boxer.
What does 6D mean?
Hmm?
£6.
Sixpence. 6 pennies, that's like 2.5 pence now.
Called pennies or dimes?
Yeah, it's called pennies, but they
It
use
is pennies then, yeah. If you, yeah, and this is just some of the reports of the fights. Some of the reports of the fights that I had. I don't know if I've got any.
When you look back at them, does it seem like a different person?
Just gonna ask them.
Oh, yeah.
Who's Barton
When I look at his hair on his face, it does, yeah.
You fight someone heavier than you?
Well, you did at times. I mean, on my record, you see that one day I booked someone who was about 9.5 pounds heavier than me. I mean, you did that somewhere. And also, I used to travel round in the summers. I used to travel around with boxing boots. Do you know about boxing boots?
Boxing what?
Boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big marquee, and you'd have a ring inside the marquee and a platform outside. You'd fight anybody like this. And the fellow who owned the booth would be there, and they'd be saying like anyone challenge with this, and if they came up, they'd be offered £1 if they could last 3 rounds with us, and £5 if they could knock us out.
Did anyone get like proper aggressive? Did anyone try to get angry and stop?
Well, you got all sorts of people coming up. I mean, you got, as I said about street fighters. I mean, most of those you'd have a little gang of people, and one of them was Jack the Lad, and they'd say to him, "Go and you can fight him," and he'd come up and can't do anything. But I mean, I boxed in the booth for a long time, and I'd box anyone. I was 9 stone, and I would box anyone to about 10 stone 7. And I never found anyone that beat me while I was in the boxing. No one ever got their money. And they used to pay me £2 a fight to box for the booth, and we used to go around with a hat afterwards. We'd go around the crowd afterwards and say, you know, show your appreciation for the boys, and we'd go down and go around with the hat. Then we shared the money out when we got round the back.
When was the boxing booth? Was it where did you set up the boxing booth?
There were boxing booths, nearly every fairground had a boxing booth at the time. As the fairs went around, the boxing booths went with them. You know. Yeah, I boxed all over the place, down in Wayne, Gloucester and all those sorts of things.
What's the difference between amateur and professional?
It's harder. It's not.
It is harder, and it's different. You can throw more punches as a professional. This is why I found I was better for professional boxing, because I threw a lot of body punches, and to me they're very important. Body punching is just as important as trying to hit someone on the chin. In fact, I think too many times people they're trying to throw too many punches at the head, and it's not necessary. You can stop them or knock them out with their head to them on the head.
Can I come out with body?
With the body punches, this is it. And these were some of my best punches, like right hand under the yard or left hook to the body. You know, but, I mean, when I was boxing as amateur, they was always telling me, keep your punches up. I mean, they weren't low, they was, you know, in the right places, but they keep your punches up. And I found that amateurs were mostly just straight left and the right, and I wanted to do more, you know. And that's what you've got to learn, using the body, because this is it's the speed of your punches that count most. The speed of the punches after battle. If you've thrown a punch and someone sees it coming, they'll tighten themselves up for it. If you throw it fast enough so they don't know it's coming, it catches them unawares, this is the sort of punches that knock them out. And these are the hard punches, and you've got to learn to punch with your legs, and not punch with your legs, But usually it's when you're punching, it's turning your shoulder. Well, all your body's got to go behind it. There were some terrific boxers when I was about as well. It was a real art with them. It was lovely to watch them. They could slip punches so easy and they were so fast with their punches. But then you had the other fighters that just walked through with throwing punches all the time, you know. There was a bigger variety of boxers in those days, because there was more about, this is the thing, there was a lot of boxers. I mean, every boxing show you went to, there was always 2 or 3 people there with their bags, hoping that someone wouldn't turn up, or someone couldn't box, so they could take their place, you know. So there was plenty, as I said, there were a lot of boxers about them. And now there's very few professional boxers, really. And they box once or twice a year, the good ones, which, you know, I think is a waste of time. You need to keep boxing. The longer you lay off of boxing at any time, you start losing a little bit, you know. You lose your timing a bit. And you seem to be boxing nearly all the time.
Did you find the dieting hard? The dieting when you eat?
Did you?
Well, when I started, it was a job getting things to eat, because the war was still on. And even when I turned professional, it was still hard to get steak and things like that, because meat was rationed. And I ate what I could. In fact, I used to eat whale steaks. I worked in Billingsgate Fish Market, and we used to have whale meat come there, and I used to eat whale meat. No, I had it all right, and it was just, I don't think we changed our diet, we just carried on. On the day of the fight it would be different. You wouldn't have too much to eat before you went in. All I used to have before I boxed in the afternoon would be a slice of toast and a cup of oxo, or dip the toast in the oxo. That would be what I would have before I boxed. But most fighters nowadays, sometimes they weigh in for the fights the day before and they go out and have a great big meal afterwards. I don't know what they weigh by the time they get in the ring to box, because they've had 24 hours to eat and do what they like and that. But I found that if you did have to make weight, if you was overweight, because if the fight was made at a certain weight, you had to make that weight, or else you lost money, or they didn't fight you. If you had thought any worry about that and you wanted to take weight off, I just wouldn't drink much that day. And I found that took more weight off than anything. Not drinking, it's the liquids that put on the weight for you. Yeah, as I say, I don't like those sort of things. I still prefer the way we used to change. And one of the main things I always did was relaxation. Be relaxed all the time. And when you're boxing, be relaxed. It's no good going in there stiff and telling you how to hold your hands up and you hold them stiff, because if once you hold your arms stiff, you can't punch as fast. And you can't punch as hard either. So you've got to be relaxed all the time. Just let your body be relaxed and let your brain work. Your hands will go without thinking. This is how it is. You don't have to think in the end. You see an opening and your hand is there, because you haven't got time to think. If you think, oh, there's an opening there, by the time you've thought about it and then throwing the punch, the opening's gone, so it's got to be instantly. So you've got to be nice and relaxed and just let things happen as they come.